Donald Trump just wrapped up a disastrous press conference in the Oval Office on Monday morning. He said that he is called the President of Europe now. He says that's what they call him now, the President of Europe. Here, play this clip.
They call me the President of Europe, which is an honor. I like Europe, and I like those people. They're good people. They're great leaders.
Then he points to the Gold World Cup trophy, which he basically stole from FIFA, and he goes, look, they gave me this gold trophy. By the way, throughout this press conference, I want you to look as Donald Trump tries to cover up his hand. Watch what he says about his trophy. Here, play this clip.
So the World Cup was here the other day, and come to think of it, there's your trophy for the World Cup. In fact, it's solid gold. That's actually solid gold, so heavy that some of the people in this room wouldn't be able to lift it up. I think what I'm going to do is place it right above the angel, right over there. That's solid gold, too. We're going to put it right up there. Look at that. There's a solid gold trophy. They know how to get to me, you know. I like the angel better, to be honest with you. So we're going to sign, and then we'll take a few questions, and we'll tell you how good a job we're doing. And we want to.
Then he says that he's not able to resolve the war in Ukraine because there are issues with people's personalities. We have big personality conflicts, he says, and that's the issue. Here, play this clip.
We got 7 of them stopped, and the one I thought would be easiest, frankly, was going to be Russia and Ukraine, but that turns out to be some big personality conflicts. It's one of those things, but we're going to get that stopped eventually. We're going to get that stopped too. 7,000 soldiers died last week. Think of that, 7,000.
Then he says that he now calls the Department of Defense the Department of War because we need to be going on the offense and we need to be invading. Here, play this clip.
You let me know if you want to do it. I think Department of War. It just sounded bad. He said, sir, on behalf of the Department of Defense. Defense. I don't want to be defense only. We want defense, but we want offense too, if that's okay. So you'll make a decision. But, you know, as Department of War, we won everything. We won everything. And I think we're going to have to go back to that. In the meantime, I've stopped all of these.
And he whines about how he gets 97% negative stories against him. And he says that he does 97% positive things. All of his policies have been great, but he gets 97% negative stories, he says. So he's whining about that during the press conference. Let's play it.
Everybody before me is happy what I'm doing. Most of you won't say that because you're radical left. The newspapers are so dishonest. The press is totally dishonest, but that's all right. We've gotten used to it. And we won in a landslide, so they obviously lost their power. I mean, it's impossible to imagine that when you get 97% negative stories, purposely negative stories, even though you've done 97% positive things, that you could win an election in a landslide, winning all 7. Think of it.
Then if you're wondering what's the point of this press conference, Ben, it's a great question. No one really knows. He's apparently signing executive orders to prosecute people who burn flags, and he then talks about potentially sending the National Guard and the military to invade other states after Washington, D.C. and California. So he then starts talking about how he has a friend who lives in Los Angeles, and this friend just leaves the garage door open in L.A. to allow people to steal the things so that the garage door doesn't get damaged. And what the hell are you even talking about? Here, play this clip.
At a level that nobody's ever seen before. Nobody lives like that. I have another friend, he has a garage, and in order to save his garage door, he leaves it open so that people can just walk into his garage, take whatever they want, and leave. But all the cars so many cars, I've been told this by many people, stars, big people, they leave their doors open so the doors aren't destroyed by these criminals. All over Los Angeles, this is taking place. And
it's so imbecilic. Like, it's just so stupid, the stuff that he's saying. The fact that there's people who want to normalize this, it just baffles me. Then he goes, yeah, also another friend I have in Beverly Hills, in addition to the friend who leaves their garage door open to let people steal because they rather do that than harm the garage door, I have friends, they leave their trunk door open so that people can steal from inside the car so that the trunk isn't damaged. What are you talking about? Like, how dumb is this? Who are these friends of yours? Are these your imaginary friends, Donald? Here, play this clip.
Beverly Hills is, great place. I have a house there. I had a house there. I used to spend a lot of time there. And a great place. Do you know that I have friends, they leave their trunk open for their car because they know they're going to be vandalized. They don't want the trunk ripped off in order for them to steal what's in the back. They leave the doors open so when they go in to steal the radio or whatever they take, that they don't rip off the door. They leave the doors totally open so the criminals, when they go and open the door, they'll have to break the windows and kill the car in order to steal whatever it is in the car that they're looking for. And that's...
As you also may know, Abrego Garcia was released. He got to be with his family for a few days, but he was arrested earlier today by ICE. They want to send him to Uganda now because he refused to plead guilty to a phony charge that they're trying to prosecute him for now that he's been brought into the United States. And then Donald Trump starts calling Abrego Garcia a wife beater, and then Pam Bondi, the Attorney General, basically calls him a human trafficker and a terrorist, essentially. Here's what she says. By the way, this violates a gag order that's in the case. She's not allowed to say this. It's so reckless for an attorney general to be saying this about an active case. It's illegal, frankly, in my opinion. But here, play this clip.
He beat the hell out of his wife. His wife is afraid to even talk about him. She's been mauled by this animal. And, through a system of liberal courts, he's doing things. But no, we have that under control. And Pam has got that very much under control. Do you want to comment on it, Pam?
No, we've got him under control. He will no longer terrorize our country. He's currently charged with human smuggling, including children. The guy needs to be in prison. He doesn't need to be on the street.
If you want to talk about actual sex traffickers, it's not Abrego Garcia. It's people like Ghislaine Maxwell, who the Trump regime has given immunity and given all these awards to, basically. And it's the covering up of the Epstein files. If you want to talk about actual sex trafficking covering up, it's happening right there in the Oval Office, right before our eyes as we're watching this. Then Donald Trump starts attacking former President Biden, and he calls him an idiot. Again, just who behaves like this? I mean, but this is Donald Trump. Here, play this clip.
One person, okay? But a lot of them have been captured. What they've done to our country, these people that circle this moron that we had behind this desk, what they've done to our country is...
Right before this press conference took place, Donald Trump posted some conspiracy theory about South Korea. He goes, what's going on in South Korea? Seems like asks him, what are you talking about with South Korea? What does that even mean? And Donald Trump's like, I don't know. I've read a few things. It may not be true and may be true or not true. Dude, you're the president of the United States. What the hell are you posting? Here, play this clip.
So it's a nasty situation. Very nasty, horrible thing.
Mr.
Yes.
President, could you please elaborate on your post on South Korea? What were you referring to?
Well, I heard that there were raids on churches over the last few days, very vicious raids on churches by the new government in South Korea. That they even went into our military base and got information. They probably shouldn't have done that. But I heard bad things. I don't know if it's true or not. I'll be finding out. As you know, your new president's coming in just a couple of hours, coming here. I look forward to meeting him. But we won't stand for that. We just won't stand for that.
Yes. Are you prepared to order National Guard troops?
It may be true, it may be not true. It may be coming to me from some bizarro cult in South Korea that's giving it to me that has alternative intentions. But I'm just going to go and say it as I speak with the leader of South Korea. Screw our alliances and our trading relationships and stability of the world. I'm just going to say things from the Oval Office. Again, this behavior can't be normalized. Then Donald Trump says that he has no problem ordering the National Guard troops into American cities, regardless of what governors want. Play this clip.
We just won't stand for that.
Yes. Are you prepared to order National Guard troops, though, into American cities if those governors don't request the federal deployment?
I am, but I also think that, look, Chicago, everybody knows how bad it is. Everybody standing there knows. We know. You don't have to be doing any studies. They should be saying, please come in.
Then you have Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of Defense, or as Donald Trump now calls the Secretary of War, says the morale of our troops could never be higher. They love the mission. They love the mission of being in United States cities. Not what our troops are for. to invade American cities? What the hell are we talking about here? Here, play this clip.
Officers deserve to do their job without being attacked. We're really proud to be a part of defending the nation's capital and ensuring it is safe and beautiful and working with law enforcement. And Mr. President, let me tell you, the morale of the troops, getting out there talking to them, they love this mission. They're grateful to be doing it, whether they're D.C. National Guard or other state National Guards. And at your direction as well, sir, it's just common sense to make sure they're armed as well. And so they were rolling out ensuring they're armed, capable of defending themselves and others if need be, supporting law enforcement, and we're proud to be there, sir.
Well, look at the mission you just accomplished with Iran. 30.
Then Donald Trump, he spends like 5 minutes doing this. I'm just going to show you a shorter clip of it, where he calls J.B. Pritzker, the governor of Illinois, a slob. In other clips, Donald Trump says he needs to go to the gym. You need to go to the gym, and you need to get checked out, whatever the hell is on your hand, Donald. That's what you also need to do. Donald Trump says, they all say that I'm a dictator. I'm not a dictator. I could be a dictator, but I'm not a dictator. Here, play this clip.
The whole auto pen scam.
Sir.
Because the person that ran it said he spoke to it briefly twice about nothing. That means that all those pardons that he gave to some very bad people, very unpatriotic people, very evil people, it looks to me like those pardons are worthless. Because, number one, you shouldn't use an auto pen, very specifically. But if you do, it has to be a very good reason. And they have to know.
And Donald Trump lies and claims that he's stopped all of these wars, multiple wars, 7 wars, 3 wars, 10 wars. He says that he likes black people because he stopped the war in Rwanda and Congo, he claims. He did that. That's how he says he loves black people. He says, deep, dark Africa, he says. Deep, dark Africa is what he says. And then he tries to take credit for stopping the war between India and Pakistan. That would have been a nuclear war. So you have deep, dark Africa, he says, the war between India and Pakistan, which there would have been nukes. He saved the world, everybody. What are you talking about? You didn't stop any of these wars. India and Pakistan, the Indian prime minister and foreign minister, you would say you have nothing to do with it. You've destroyed the relationship between the United States and India. But play this clip.
That the president wanted it. The president didn't want this. The president didn't know he was alive, okay? He never approved any of this stuff. He wasn't for open borders and all the other things. He was never for open borders. I've known Biden a long time. He was never very sharp, but he was never in favor of open borders and all of the other things he did to destroy our country. Let's go.
Lastly, sir, this is an executive order on flag burning. It charges your attorney general.
Would you listen to this? This is very important. Flag burning. All over the country, they're burning flags. All over the world, they burn the American flag. And as you know...
And then, of course, this press conference ends like they always do. The person has to give Donald Trump something gold. You have to give him an offering. So here, the head of the U.S. Marshal Services gives him a golden badge. Here you go. Here's a gold badge. It's a key that unlocks handcuffs that we put on migrants and citizens, Donald. Here, play this clip.
Oh, we stopped 3 wars. Go to Africa. They like to say, oh, you know, I love black people. And I did great with the vote with the black people. But they say, he's a racist, he's a racist. I said, really? For 35 years, a war raged between Rwanda and the Republic of the Congo. And it was a vicious war. 9 million people were killed with machetes, largely. Hatchets, machetes. That went on for more than 30 years, but 34, 35 years. And I stopped it. In fact, the presidents are coming in a week or two to sign. We have the foreign ministers, it's all signed, the war stopped. But I got it stopped and saved a lot of lives. The Congo, it's deepest, darkest Africa. I got that war stopped. Nobody else could have done that. We did a lot of jobs. We did a lot of wars were stopped that nobody thought would even be possible. And I'll tell you what, the war with India and Pakistan, that was the next level. That was going to be a nuclear war. They already shot down 7 jets. That was raging. And I said, you guys want to do trade? We're not doing any trade. We're not doing anything with you if you keep fighting. You get 24 hours to settle it. They said, well, there's no more war going. And I used that on numerous occasions. Trade. I used I used whatever you had to use. But we got 7 of them stopped. And the one I thought would be easiest, frankly, was going to be Russia and Ukraine. but that turns out to be some big personality conflicts. It's one of those things, but we're going to get that stopped eventually.
And remember, the whole time you see him covering up his ham during this press conference. You see all of the trophies that he stole. You see the other trophy in the background that he stole from the FIFA Club World Cup. So he's got the FIFA World Cup one right next to him, which he goes, it's so heavy you can't even pick it up. He's got that one. But then he has the one behind him, which is the one he stole recently in New Jersey, the FIFA Club World Cup one, which he stole as well, the original one. And then the teams had to act, or the players had to get fake versions because Trump actually stole it. So you have that honorary badge. Play that. You saw that clip. And then he starts attacking Gavin Newsom and say, he's an idiot. We saved it. We brought in the water. We brought in all the water. The fires. I put out the fires. Here, play this clip.
Had something he wanted to give you on behalf of all the law enforcement who are out there every single night.
Yes. Thank you for putting me in charge of this surge. As the director of the United States Marshal Service, it's the oldest law enforcement agency. It was created in 1789. So on behalf of all the federal law enforcement agencies that we're working with and those that have yet to join the team, we thought it was only appropriate to present you with an honorary United States Marshal Service badge. And this badge comes with this little item right here, which is a handcuff key, Mr. President, because you continue through your policies and your efforts with your staff to unhandcuff law enforcement officers all over this nation. And I can tell you personally that they thank you for that.
Thank you. That's beautiful.
You can continue unhandcuffing law enforcement.
That's a very great honor. I'll save that and put it someplace up.
It's so utterly deranged. After the fires were 100% contained, Donald Trump ordered the Army Corps of Engineers to go to Northern California and dump out 2 billion gallons from our reservoirs in California onto farmland that's nowhere even connected to Southern California, wasted the water, claimed that he put out fires that were already contained at that point and was nowhere even connected to it. The guy's literally a psychotic individual who's clearly rotting before our eyes. Also, just to fact check, every time that Donald Trump claims that this was the first time in D.C. there's been no murders in a week.
Idiot that's running the state into the ground, right, where people are leaving. He should be thanking us, and he should be requesting us to be there. And the governor of Illinois should be. Chicago's a disaster. And the governor of Illinois should say, President, would you do us the honor of cleaning up our city?
Week and a half period of no murders. Okay, it's at a 30-year crime low. If you want to actually deal with addressing crime, maybe go to the red states and red cities where crime is at its highest. Well, anyway, that was Donald Trump's disastrous press conference this morning. We'll keep you posted with more, but how outrageous was that? Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million.